Good morning, good morning, good morning. And we're all saying good morning with a heavy heart because our island home, all of us in studio right now, our island home, Jamaica, has been devastated by Hurricane Melissa. And our hearts go out to the entire Jamaica community at home and abroad. Welcome and thank you for joining us this morning on Let's Unpack That with Redefine Wellness. And we have with us in studio today.
We have a good show lined up.
A very good show lined up.
Yeah. Heartbreaking show, but it's a good show nonetheless.
Yeah. Of course, the fire starter just jumped in, and you know her. Myself, Alex in the house, and we also have with us this morning Ms. Colleen Mita.
Hello, good morning.
The president of the Jamaican Association of Northern Alberta with us in the house. We also have with us online right now a very special guest joining us through WhatsApp on our show this morning. And since the you have the phone closer to you, Latoya, I'll hand over to you right now so that you can bring in our special guest.
Andrew Dennis is his official name. But and for want of for just to
tell the
provide
people
context and
how they will know him.
He's not shy on being on camera.
Not
we just
at
have
all.
him on WhatsApp because, as you know, he's in Jamaica, and right now there are all kinds of connectivity issues. So he is officially Miss Pearly grandson. I love him. I'm starstruck this morning. I already declared that. However, I can't be starstruck right now because there's a bigger project that we need to talk about. So Andrew, he is here with us on WhatsApp, and that is why I have the phone up so that we can have him introduce himself over the phone. Andrew, are you there?
Good morning to you. Good morning to your listeners.
Good morning,
Miss Pearly grandson.
What to do?
we no good. We no good. Me no sleep too much nights now. Me no good.
I know the circumstances are not great, but we are going to build back and we're going to build back stronger.
Yes,
I agree.
Yes. So
We shall rise.
For the listeners, can you introduce yourself for those who don't know who Andrew Dennis is and who Miss Pearly grandson is? Can you just tell our listeners out there on our Facebook Live followers,
Edmonton crew,
whole Edmonton,
Canada,
Alberta crew, Canada, who are you?
Good morning to all the listeners. My name is Andrew Dennis. I'm an educator turned social media influencer.
Hold on, let's drop a hand for all the educators, please. We kind of biased where that concern, so you know.
Brother, you have to hold on because we're former educators too, you know. So you have to hold on. When you say educator, you have to take your time. Okay? Take your time. Okay? All right, go on again. Now, continue.
Yeah, I'm an educator. I've been an educator for over 20 years. I've taught in Jamaica, in the United Kingdom, and in the United States. And I'm currently freelancing as a social media influencer, and all of the quote-unquote duties and responsibilities that comes with. For those of us who choose to use our platform responsibly and for the greater good of our people, I am one of the few people who have chosen, in my observation and in my estimation, who have chosen to do that. And so I advocate for my people and I advocate for my culture in any space and in any sphere I can.
Yes.
The name on social media is Miss Pearly Grandson. The name on birth certificate is Andrew Dennis.
Yes.
But nobody knows Andrew Dennis. Everybody knows Miss Pearly grandson.
AKA Mr. Jamaica.
Right.
All right, so thank you so much for being on our show today. Is there anybody you want to shout out to?
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Well, at this point in time, like shouting out is like not the thing that thing there in your mind. But if I get the opportunity to send a hail, I would really big up the people who are on the ground in Jamaica, who are volunteering their time, talent, effort, and energy to try to reach those who are in need and who are trying to offer some kind of a relief. Big up all of the people who are putting in the work into the recovery efforts, whether you're working from behind a computer, behind your phone, whether you're abroad, sending money, sending barrel, whatever the case may be. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
Melissa might feel like she would have beaten us, but we beat Melissa street and lane and
Ba
send her
ba
on our
ba
way.
Yes.
ba
Girl
ba.
come to as category 5 and we pop off our wig and pop out our eyelash and send
Sure.
our way as category 3. So truth of the matter
Yeah.
there is victory in this for us. You know. There is victory for us because I think albeit the circumstances are not great, but this is a unifying thing because
Yes.
we're seeing Jamaicans a
Come
yard and
together.
abroad come together in a way that we have not seen happen for decades.
Indeed, indeed. Despite them sending a young girl storm for us, right?
Right. Out of order.
Right, no, but we already established that the storm should not have a young girl name. Young girl problem.
I remember you saying that.
Young girl problem.
So you're on the ground. I know that you've been busy, very busy. This morning when I text you to tell you about the time change, you were up already. I know I don't sleep. Everybody knows I don't sleep already, but you have not been sleeping. And I am inundated with data on the internet with visuals about what is happening. But for somebody to be on the ground and to see that in person, I cannot imagine how you have been feeling. So give us a picture, paint a picture for us of what you have been seeing on the ground, the ethos of the people. Let us know.
All right, so let me tell you. A lot of folks are painting a picture of doom and gloom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the truth of the matter is that the circumstances begs for that picture. In other words, when you drive into the communities and you see the houses, you know, some of them level to the ground and all of that, it is heart-rending. There's no two ways about it. And there are times, too, when you'll have very, 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 very sensitive situations when you, there are instances where people are coming across bodies. There are instances where people are coming across the sick and ailing, you know, right there in the middle of all of that. And those circumstances, you cannot overemphasize how very delicate those circumstances are. But let me tell you something about the resilience of my people. Let me. I really want to talk because the truth of the matter is that, especially for people in Edmonton and Alberta and you know all of your provinces over there, so a lot of people in the diaspora are feeling very distressed and very emotional because they feel like it is all doom and gloom. But let me tell you something about Jamaica. You see, Jamaican, the fabric that we are cut from.
It's a different cloth.
Don't make Jamaican, the cloth is done.
Yeah.
By the time God done make Jamaicans, the cloth was finished.
Yeah.
Nobody else no cut from that kind of fabric. I stopped in party, seaside party, and I'm talking to Keisha. Keisha is walking out of her house without top. The house not have no top. She walked from the house towards the road to come have a conversation with me. Keisha packed blocks from what would have been her veranda through the water to get out to the roadside because after you come off of the road, there's a dip at the side of the road to get to Keisha's house. So Keisha have to pack blocks on top of each other to walk on it in order for her foot not wet up when she leave from our house to come out of the roadside.
Girl style too.
I want to say to Keisha, say, how are you? I am looking at Keisha's house in the background without any top. I am looking at Keisha's clothes strewn all over fence and barbed wire and all kind of something because she tried to dry everything. I want to say to Keisha, say, how are you? Keisha was saying to me, say, you know something not too bad too. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Thankful for life.
From
Keisha said, when you say, you know, too bad, explain to me, give me context. When you say too bad, what you mean? Keisha said, me not dead.
Yes.
The
gratitude.
Keisha said, in the middle of the hurricane, when the something lifts off the top and start taking down the wall piece by piece, seeing, she took her little girl and she ran out and she had timed the wind and I watched the direction and she run to our neighbor's house, which is one of the few houses in the community that is actually decked. So by this time, the neighbor's house is an actual unofficial shelter.
Yes.
It's full of people, right? And so by the time poor Keisha and Fiona daughter get over there is no space in the inn. Keisha stay up on the veranda, she have to spend the rest
with
of
our
her
child.
With
Wow.
her child.
Yes.
Wow.
So Andrew.
You get me?
Yeah,
No, hold on.
yeah,
No,
yes.
me there at Manchester, up on a hill, And ever so often, they push my hand out through the window to get a bit of a footage and etc. And there are times when I literally hear the wind speaking a language unbeknownst to man outside my window, to the extent that I get scared, close my window, pulling my hand because I don't want to have that encounter. And Keisha
was out there with her
had to
child.
sit on a veranda and be watching for fly through the thing there, zinc and the woodwork. And she had to spend the rest of the hurricane out her door. More than that, Keisha and everybody else will lose them roof and thing, wet up. I don't know if you understand the extent of the trauma that our people have just experienced. Them wet up.
And
so
that is why.
Walking in the rain and getting wet is one thing. Walking in the rain and getting wet is one thing. But most of the time, our consolation is that we're able to go in and
go dry off.
We can take off the wet up clothes and dry warm clothes. They were not offered that luxury under those circumstances. So the clothes wet up in the hurricane. They had to spend the night. Because remember, St. Elizabeth, the hurricane struck in the morning. So the blunt of what they experienced would have been in the daytime. So by the time Melissa left St. Elizabeth and started making way across the island, and they would have seen some kind of a reprieve in terms of some kind of at ease in terms of the wind speeds and etc. I would have did afternoon going into evening. But them already wet, and everything is wet. Everything wet. So them are going to spend the rest of the evening and the night
in cold,
and the following morning in the same clothes,
wet and cold.
Catch them in because everything wet. And when me said to Keisha, say, how are you? Keisha said, you know some in a too bad.
Amen. Thank you so much for painting that picture. I don't think anybody who listened could have heard that and not feel some type of movement or stimulation in their systems. I know that you don't have a lot of time because you've been out on the road, but our president of the Jamaica Association, she's here. We have been galvanizing on the road to collect a lot of stuff just for guidance. We are very cautious. Beryl came, and people are cautious about the 1 month window to send barrels because we want to meet that need for those who also don't have that opportunity, who can just give monies. But giving monies, sending barrels, what does that look like for the people? What is the need? Because we want to be able to offer both. What do you think that could look like from us here in Edmonton offering our support?
All right, so this is what I would say to that. At this point in time, every and anything that can be offered to the families is appreciated. I go down there and let me just make it explicitly clear that I am no authority in this area. And I can't speak with any authority. This is not my area of specialization. If you really want to check me on the areas of specialization, you have to check me in biology or classroom assessment. I can speak on those things with authority, educational research even. But I can't speak on the needs and what needs exist in a hurricane and how do we satisfy those needs. I may out here and wing it like everybody else and I play it by ear. You get some things right, you get some things wrong, but you do your best under the circumstances, and if everybody play one small part, then each one reach one. You may not be able to help everybody everywhere, but you can help somebody somewhere. When I went to party, the party community, when I see people saying to me, you have a drink of water in the car, do you have a drink of water? Me just want a drink of water. We get to a point in the community where me I drive my little banger, me I drive my little Nissan note, me see water in the road, me feel afraid because I don't want to go in there and my muffler take up water and me stop. Then somebody come from around the road and say, Elise said, do, if you can't find a bottle of water. Me say, Jesus have mercy. Were you able to give Elise the water? No. Me say, no, me have to go. Me say, if me have to walk, if me have to push the car through the water, I have to go. I was at a shop talking to a young lady. I'm going to buy 10 bottles of water from her. And me go around and me drive round to the place. God help me to go through the water, nothing happen. I drive round to the place. I say, I look for Elise. I say, she live up there, so. When I go, I ask Elise come out. Elise come out 1 foot swollen. I don't know what, when Melissa use and lick her on it. But Melissa give Elise with a proper foot. You get me? But Elise hop and come. I say, Elise, are you want me to come around here because I had to take the water to you? She said, God bless you. And when I saw how the dire need for just drinking water, I come back to Mandeville and decide to me go spend my own money and just load up one vehicle with water and just carry it back down there. So I borrow my father-in-law Honda step wagon and put a couple cases of water in it and just carry it to my party district go hand out.
Yeah.
And me tell you, says like a drop in the bucket, it's like a drop in the bucket. Right now, if you can offer anything from clothes to food items to drinking water to bleach, cleaning agent, medication, any of those things, all of it is appreciated. And I know people are trying to capitalize on this with this 1 month window. But if you have to spend one extra $100 to spend one little barrel, don't quarrel and don't fight all about it.
Yeah.
You understand? Because the truth of the matter is that a lot of people will be sending during this time in the name of relief. When they know that they dive and stingy where they have America for one picture the match to get a Jamaica and they're trying to get in right now when time you're not actually pay to send things in. So there's going to be bottleneck and there's going to be a rush. But understand this, it's just money.
So
if
we
you
have...
don't fall in the 1 month window, still send the things them and make a pay fee to clear them and get the things to the people who are in need.
So we have 1 more minute before we get to the break, and I know that you have to go, but tell us about that top up. We're going to bring in Ramesh, so you're going to be on here too, but to take us in the break, tell us about that top app that you're always talking about.
The Top Send app, the Top Send app is an app that allows you to send money to Jamaica. You just download the app and follow the steps. It's very simple. You can either send to direct to bank or you can send for cash pickup. People can pick up at any VM money services. It doesn't cost anything to send. I think there was the first one who introduced this. The other day, Mr. Western Union, I pull a thing. But Top Send was the first one to say, listen, you don't have to pay. You shouldn't have to pay to send money to your loved ones, X, Y, and Z. And so them create that facility. I am their ambassador, and I think they are doing a fine and fantastic job. I've sent money with them. I've received money through them, and it works seamlessly. It's very easy.
All right, and we're going right to the break
after this.
Yeah, man.
Well, I feel like me live in a glass house and there was a stone thrown a while ago.
Out of order. After you make and pull me up like that, here you come now, Miss Pearly Grandson.
So thank you all for being back with us after the break. Despite the heavy nature of the conversation, we can still find time to, in Jamaican style, find even fun in the middle of despair. And so I want to thank our guests so far. Miss Pearly Grandson is still on the line with us, but we want to loop in the president of the Jamaica Association of Northern Alberta to talk a bit about the efforts on the ground here in Alberta, so that the community understands how we can galvanize to ensure that the supplies, the support that's needed for the Jamaican community can get there in a safe way, in a structured way, and also to ensure that the community here understands where and how they can contribute to this cause. So thank you for being with us so early in the morning. People, let me tell you something just before she comes on. A week and a half ago, she was here supporting her son, and she said, this is just too early for me to get out. And so you know that this cause is something that is very dear and near to her heart for her to be here this morning. Thank you for being here, Miss
Thank you for
Colleen.
having me this early in the morning. Yes.
Stop behaving like you slept last night, because you weren't sleeping.
No, I was not.
Not at all. So what's happening on the ground, Miss Colleen?
Well, on the ground, Jamaica Association is mobilizing the community to be able to support Jamaica. We had an executive meeting yesterday, and some of the things that will be happening on November 23rd, we'll be having a fundraising concert event at the Union Hall.
Yes.
And all proceeds from the gate will be going to Jamaica.
Thank you. Let's sound the alarm.
Sound the alarm for that.
We have been inundated with people wanting to donate stuff to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
We are hopeful that we can get enough stuff to be able to ship down within the window of opportunity, which is the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Certain items will be exempt from duty,
Mm-hmm.
and the list is on. It's quite extensive, and it's on. It's online. Social media
Yeah.
has really taken over
Mm-hmm.
the information. And as I was saying yesterday, when we had Hurricane Gilbert, we didn't have social media, so
Yeah.
we got information from one source.
Yeah.
Now you get information from
All these
101 sources.
Yeah.
So that is something we're hoping to collect money, because we think that would be a quicker way to respond if we can get money.
Mhm.
So I'm going to reach out to the community and ask for monetary donations
Okay.
in addition to
To the kinds that are
the
coming.
kinds
Yeah.
we have. Tomorrow at the Jamaica Association building downtown at 10420, we are going to have a community meeting.
Okay.
We're going to invite the community, and I wouldn't say just Jamaicans, because I have had
Yeah.
other organizations reaching out
Yes,
to me.
Mhm.
The
indeed.
Caribbean organizations
Mhm.
and the African organizations have
Yes.
been reaching out. So we're going to invite them into the space to discuss what we're doing,
Mhm.
how we can help them,
Mm-hmm.
because many people have barrels and they really don't know what to do with the barrel.
Yes.
We are going to try and see if we can organize the shipment of these barrels to Toronto.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because if we can get them to Toronto, they'll be shipped free to Jamaica by Atlas.
Mhm.
And Air Canada has already volunteered
Air Canada has always
to
volunteered.
offer that to us. Yeah.
There is some discussion about getting
Mhm.
hospital equipment for Black River, but the challenge we have with that is Jamaica is very specific in the age of stuff that they get.
Okay.
Right? So you can't give them a 10-year
Anything.
monitor.
Okay.
So
Yes.
we have to work on that if we get enough stuff. There's some discussion about rescue flights with the military. We're going to contact them on that. The thing with the military, because we have used them before, all the stuff in the barrels will have to be taken out and put
And
on skids and shrink wrap.
Yeah.
So we're working on that, and we are also hoping to get a storage area so we can store the barrels in one central place at some
Yes.
point, and see what you're sending, because we have to know what's in the
What's
barrel.
in them? Yeah.
You mean, and because customs.
They're going to. Yeah. They're
And
going
we
to
really
request a. Yeah.
And
a
we
bill with them.
really and truly asking you. We really am begging you. Please don't send no rubbish,
Mhm.
Yes.
right?
No
Because
worry, Miss Colleen.
We have experienced
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah.
We had to, we have, if you have clothes and they're fairly new clothes, we'll send it.
Yeah.
And the food stuff, perishable stuff. So that's what we're working on. So
Yeah.
hopefully we will have a good representation of the community tomorrow, and we can
Thank you.
discuss and see where they want to go
Definitely.
forward.
I
with it.
appreciate
And
that.
just for declaration, the Jamaican Association of Northern Alberta is manned by individuals who have been doing this for a long time. They may have the experience, but they do not always have the stamina and the capacity to do a whole lot. So we're looking for volunteers to come out.
Yes.
Thankfully to the Black Students, Graduate Students Association of Alberta. Shout out to Alana, who is gathering up volunteers to help us to sort through the barrels. Thanks to Mesh of Mothers, thanks to NBCC and these organizations that are also partnering with us to ensure that we get stuff off the air. And
Yeah,
Tanya
T.
T found her voice
Yeah.
for her advocacy as well. Lots of organization. We can't remember you
Yeah,
all.
the
Rise up
Afro-Caribbean
concert.
Food Bank.
But we're going to
So many
loop
people.
in. We're going to loop in Ramesh to join us. He is waiting online. So let's see if we can get Ramesh in. And by the way, we just get Ramesh this past week. I just called him and he was on board. And this morning I said, I'm going to change he wanted to be on for 9 and we had a time change here. And when we can't sleep, I just texted him. I thought he would have been sleeping.
Still
and
up.
him up. Same for Mr.
Run up and run.
I don't know why them don't sleep, but
Them name the
we're in
Energizer
same
Bunnies.
company. Is he there? Is there?
Can you hear us,
Ramesh,
Ramesh?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, man, may I hear it, man? May
Can
hear
I
it?
just say
Yeah.
something?
We have to turn it
Yeah.
on. Yes, we
There are a lot of fundraisers going around in Edmonton for
Yeah.
Melissa. Some are real,
Some. Yes.
some are imagined. So
Yes.
as I said to
Just
someone,
be careful.
Just be careful.
Yes.
Now
yes.
you can send money to Jamaica you can send it to the Jamaica Association and we'll
Yeah.
send it to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
But there is also a donation site for the government. It's
Yes.
online.
An official. Yeah.
Yeah, and also there is Food for Poor, who has been very active in Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
for many years, and the Red Cross. There's a lot of GoFundMe pages. I
Yes.
would be very cautious.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, indeed. Spoken very well.
Yeah.
I agree.
We can't hear Ramesh. Can we hear him?
Yeah, but I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a little bit louder. You want to turn up yours a little bit more, Miss Colleen? I'm gonna just go and help her to turn up.
No.
Folks, you have to bear with us because we.
Bear with me because
We're working with the technology
Alright,
this
no, we
morning.
can't hear you, Ramesh.
okay.
Eric, you not saying anything? Can you hear
What
us?
is it? Yeah, man, I'm here.
All right,
man.
respect and manners.
Oh,
I
you
was
can
just
see him now.
speaking about the fact that I called you this week and you were so gracious and humble enough to take my call, and you don't know me from Adams, or probably you know indirectly.
It's not about me or you. It's about helping the country.
Respect,
Respect
and
to that.
manners. So we thank you. We know that you've been up and about on the ground,
Funny picture.
and you have been your team has been impeccable in how they have been mobilizing and getting support. You've gone all the way to the west end of the island and back. Can you tell us about some of the stuff that you are seeing and the needs of the community?
Well, I drove the tour, and through Ocean. I went to Hanover first, then I went to Mobile. The road, this route, I think is not as bad as the other side, but it's bad. Like, all the beautiful scenery, a lot of that is gone. The water is dirty, the trees are broken, the fence are down, the wires are down. Normally when we are drive go through Mobile, we can't even see the hotel them or the airport. No, you can't see the thing. I never even know that the airport road was so long. Because there's no tree to protect anything. There's nothing not at all for even. And in my view, it's dangerous now because you have nothing to cut the wind and all of those stuff in all of these things. But it's terrible. You have some place that is okay, and then you have some place that is not good, and then you have some place that is terrible, like Catching Hall. Catching Hall is like a mud pen. You understand? It's like the water came up and rose, and it's just mud in every people in house. And trust me,
Yeah.
like, that
Um,
was the biggest thing yesterday in what we have seen. Normal storm come, window go broke, roof go fly off, them things are happen. But for see, the people in the area, them just are walking in mud non-stop. It's like, it's like, well, I don't know. I don't want to say certain things I saw bad, but it looks like a summer pig Philip.
No, man, we have to speak it as it is so that people can understand the level, the real dire nature of the situation, right? We can't sugarcoat what it is. We have to paint that picture because for us who are in the diaspora who are looking on, as Miss Colleen said, we're seeing from all these sources, right? And sometimes that's all we can see. But when somebody on the ground who's actually walking in, not just for social media likes, is actually sharing what the actual man on the ground is experiencing, that really gives us an understanding of what is happening to the Melissas, to the Keishas, right? And so on. And so when we can put a face and a name and an actual experience to what is happening, then people really understand what's really going on the ground. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Also, I want to say something. The world and the media make it seem like St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland is the only person that got hit.
Yeah.
Listen to me, you have places in Ochi that's damaged, you have Trelawney that's terrible, you have Mobile that's terrible, you have places in Mandeville and Clarendon that's terrible, you have places as far as even Portland and St. Thomas that are damaged, that didn't get the wrath of the storm, they only got rain. You understand? So
Yeah.
damage there everywhere in the country. The whole 14 parish get a different vibe and a different hit, but
Mm-hmm.
you have some place like, to me, 70% of St. Elizabeth is gone. 85% of
Wow.
Westmoreland is gone.
And St.
You
Elizabeth
understand?
being the bread
Yeah,
basket, that's
the way home is in Mobile yesterday, I don't see that coming back till the next year.
wow.
So Ramesh, we have Miss Pearly grandson on the line as well, and I know that he wants to leave, but so I'm just gonna get him to make his final statement. I'm gonna hold the line. We're gonna go to a break in about 3 minutes, so we're gonna ask you to hold the line. But we're gonna close off with Miss Pearly grandson in a statement that he wants his final words, and then we'll loop you back in. Is that okay?
No problem.
All right, Andrew, see you here, my brother.
Yeah, man. We just want to tell people big up still. At the end of the day, we're going to bounce back stronger, like me say. And I feel like this thing here is just galvanizing Jamaicans and unifying us in a way like we've never seen in a very, very long time. So many times I feel like she win, but in actual fact, she has not. I just want to make one last appeal. Well, one appeal actually. The vehicle that I use to get from point A to point B is nothing short of a banger. It's a Nissan Note. I cannot do much. I'm going up and down, but I'm not being effective. When I can borrow a Honda Stepwagon, I do when I'm transporting stuff, but that vehicle is not available to me all the time. So I'd like to make a public appeal to somebody who has a vehicle that's parked up somewhere, a vehicle with capacity that I can use. I go to St. Elizabeth every day. I try to take essential stuff down every day. There are folks sending me money to buy things like drinking water and food items, and I go to the grocery store, I purchase, and I go down. But transporting stuff right now is, I'm not being effective because I'm not taking as much as I can. And so if there's anybody who is listening who can lend me a vehicle to use to offer some relief to the folks in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and wherever the good Lord leads me, I'd really appreciate that during this time.
Indeed.
That is
Thank
such a,
you
that is
so
such a great
much.
appeal. And see, this is how we can galvanize. You may not be able to. You may.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Big G chiming in here. I got a quick suggestion for you, my friend. If you can, reach out to the bauxite plants and some of the mining plants, a lot of them they have pickup trucks and all these different bits of equipment on site, and also with the contractors. Talk to them. All right.
And we will see what we can do too.
Right
on
after
our
this
end.
money break.
All right. Ramesh, you with us?
Yeah, man, I'm gone.
All right, manners and respect, my brother. I love that you brought in the perspective that St. Elizabeth isn't the only affected area, and that there are so many other provinces and communities.
Parishes.
No, I'm sorry, yeah, parishes and communities.
Don't feel no way. I've been telling people say the state.
The states.
The state. Don't feel no way.
So I love that, because one of the concerns of the people here on the ground in Alberta is that we've been saying when we send stuff, we want it to get to the folks who are deeply affected as well. We know everybody is affected, but we want it to spread to everybody. There are places where roads are cut off. There are places where yesterday one young lady was crying in my office. Her whole community, everybody in the community lost their houses because they live on land where they couldn't build any concrete structures. And all of them in the community are family, and they had one lot.
And I can tell you that a lot of landslide is still happening without even the rain.
Wow.
A landslide happened up Stony Hill this morning, and it damaged roughly 20 to 30 houses this morning just off of the weather.
Wow.
So it's not like say we're out right now, because look at all we're going through. Yesterday when I was in Hanover, we were there giving out people stuff and everything, and the rain just come down. Rain just come down on a rapid, and we up on one hill, and you just see the hill just come like a river.
Wow.
So we out there as the people, you know. We as the people, and when I say we as the people that is out there helping, because a lot of people is helping too, but the thing is a lot of people they're not structured like me, because this is something I've been doing for over years. So I understand it, and individuals going out have to be careful as well, because you can get harmed, you can get endangered, you can get hurt by going out to help people as well. So there's a lot, trust me, I feel like I'm in Africa. Half of them video there when I see Africa.
Bye. You know what? When we shared with the community that you're going to be on the show today, you know what the resounding response was? Why, if there's nobody that I trust with my money to do anything in Jamaica, I trust Ramesh and Auntie Dana. So your reputation precedes you.
Look, we just have to show you something. Remember, we come in from country late last night, and as I told you, right?
Yeah.
And I get up back early.
Me see it.
Look for my team already. Look on it. We work already.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in the background.
We work already. Sunday. This is a Sunday.
Because you told me you're going to sleep this morning and you wouldn't be able to come on the show early, and me text you.
Listen, I have to in my diet. Me tell my wife this morning. She said, why you not go sleep? And I said, babe, I was busy yesterday on the road because there's no internet service. We have to walk with it. What's up, my name?
Starlink.
The Starlink, yeah, and it pick up how it want pick up, when it want pick up. And okay, my one is not mobile, so when me stop, so me just pick up, me just dash on my phone yesterday. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I have hundreds, if not thousands of people in my DM that wants to transfer money, that wants to know if to donate, that wants to send this, wants to send that. So if I don't communicate to them, I'll be cheating the people of Jamaica as well, because me put it out there, so use my platform and they're using it. So it's not just about me getting up, packing up bags, don't hold on, don't run at it. Using my resources for the things, it's also me have to micromanage.
Yeah.
We have to talk to people on the net. We have to do interviews now. Remember, so we do the interview and not to promote me or promote you, but to talk and make
Yes.
the people
Yes.
know that
Thank you.
Jamaica
Yes.
need help.
Yes.
Right? So all of these stuff is something we are doing. I just sent a message to my in my group of one of my company. I said to them, say, listen me, I will be paying you your full salary for this month, but I need you to come at office, not to sew clothes, but to help me with what I am doing.
Yes.
So basically I pay my staff so them not going to shambles.
Yes.
Because I can't help people and not help my staff.
Yes.
But
It's
their
true.
duty is not to come and sew clothes. Their duty is to help me organize everything here, because trust me.
That's
this is not boy
forward
thing when
thinking.
you do
That's
it.
forward
This is-
thinking, my brother. And we heard you. So we hearing you over here. You talked about tents. You talked about, we added sleeping bags to it. We have quite a few people. Big up to Tanya T found her voice. Big G over here, our producer. They have already earmarked some tents, some sleeping bags,
Camping gear.
and camping gears that we can send to you guys, and we are putting those together. So let us, I know that the conversation will continue off air, but what kind of suggestions do you have about real life? Because people are talking about, perishable goods and foods and so forth, but schools have been
non-perishable.
non-perishable, but schools have been destroyed, homes have been destroyed, there are chronic people with illness, there are shut-ins, there are all kinds of people there who have needs. What are you seeing as to tell the folks out there as potential things that they can contribute?
Boy, we want everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Listen,
right.
I'm not a joke.
We hear you.
Yeah.
We want every single thing.
And
And here, what I'm going to ask you for, sorry, Eric, I'm going to let you come in. Here, what we're going to ask you for, can you start putting suggestions for communities that are in...
Thank you so much. Thank you. The people coming in Sunday morning, people coming in with things
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah.
We not close. But
Yeah.
overall, let me tell you something. It's like you can't say what you want, because every different location
Yeah.
have different views and
Yeah.
different needs.
yeah.
Like I was saying, right? When they say I want camping tent, people now have nowhere to sleep. They not a bus stop to sleep and the bus stop blow down.
Yeah.
Them not a house to sleep in the house gone. They not a tree if you go catch another tree gone.
Yeah.
And alone them a look one.
Yeah.
So that is why I say, you know what, that good. If me could have get 200-300 of these camping bag,
That
but
would be
clear
good.
off one land where they know, and just put the camping bag them
Yeah.
out there.
Create one encampment. So, do we a favor? Can you tell us some of the communities that are in dire distress? They're not. We hear about Black River. We hear about
Westmoreland and St.
Westmoreland.
James, I need to tell them.
But
Yeah.
can we get some specific names of communities that we can connect with, or people can adopt these communities? Because we don't want the sensationalization to just
I know
happen
them,
now and it ends, because this has to be
Me know
ongoing.
them.
Yeah. He
Me
doesn't
know
know
them.
all of them.
We don't
Yeah.
know Mobile,
No,
St.
when you're
Elizabeth,
ready.
and Westmoreland.
As you travel across and it happen, just shout it out
Yeah.
there. Yeah?
Yeah.
So-
So like I can tell you overall, Catching Hall have house. Them have the house. But they need all cleaning equipments, they need power wash, they need paint, they need everything to start over with the house, but they have the structure. And because of the place is so muddy and everything, them bed no make no sense again, them clothes no make no sense again. So like we start pack this morning. This was the first thing I pack. And I say as much as I go down at the place and I start pack my trip, because I'm going to Trelawney and Ochi tomorrow. Then I pack up all heap of bag this morning. And say I send all of them I go catching. See how much clothes? I send all of them I go down and move back again, because there's kids and people that don't have clothes.
Yeah.
And just like what the lady, sorry to just call lady, I don't know the name.
Miss
The lady
Paul.
before said, no send the people
That's
them
all
no
right.
all clothes. No send no rubbish coming in a bag and feel like carry nothing.
That was her. That was her point. That was her point that she made earlier too. So you both talking the
Yeah.
same language.
Right? And then you have listen, man, and you know, I'm so glad to be a Jamaican this week because as much as we're going through stuff, there is so much. Look on it. Me get over, look on it. It's a brand new Air Force is right now. Me that one if them now a size 12. Cause me would have take one. But you have people I give brand new stuff. Me got, trust me, it is the biggest joy in this for me right now, apart from helping the people, is just to see how people used to say, oh, Jamaican people in bad mind. And we can unite as a country.
Of
we
course.
can do this.
Yes.
Of course.
We can do better. So even this now, may I tell you, a big negative is there, but a huge positive
huge
going to come out
upside.
of it in the long
And
run.
that is a great note to end. We are way over time, but we appreciate your Ramesh. And, you know, we will be supporting. We are supporting here in the best way that we can. Thank you so much, folks, for
Thanks
being
for
here.
having me.
I'm
All the
going to
best.
get Eric to close off today's show.
Yeah, so wanna thank you for coming on today, Ramesh. For just before I finish, for the people in Canada or out there who do not know, this gentleman is a world-renowned producer, philanthropist, business person. Started his brand with his clothing line. So when he talks about sewing and so on, that's his brand that he's talking about. So this is not somebody that needs to be in the limelight for the limelight's sake, right? He's already known internationally in the music industry, and this is what we're asking for. You don't have to wait on anybody else to actually tell you to do something. If you see something that needs to be done, get out there and do it. Thank you, Ramesh, for being on with us today. Thank you, Miss Pearly Grandson, for coming on. Thank you, Miss Colleen, for coming on and letting us know exactly how we can galvanize here on the ground and sharing with the Jamaican people.
And so far, our office is open for drop off. We don't collect monies, redirect them to Jana, but we our office is open for drop off.
That's 11041 Avenue in the south, and also if you're not in the south, you can drop off at the Afro Caribbean Food Bank. That's in just short of downtown. And so I don't remember the address off the top of my head. And so to close out, we want to thank you. Want to thank Big G for being in the house this morning, running the technology. Want to thank the fire starter for coming in. Well, she's in with us every week. And thank you, Miss Colleen, for joining us this morning. We want to remind you that despite everything that's happening, we are greater than our circumstances, and we shall indeed rise again. Thank you, Jamaica, for responding, and we shall show how united we are, because even despite this hit, we are bigger than our circumstances.